Let's talk about ways to win in this market. While we continue to have a strongish seller's market here in Northeast Wisconsin, much of the nation is struggling right now and watching homes sit on the market a whole lot longer. So as we continue with our series on ways to win, I want to talk about how a seller can buy down the interest rate for a buyer as a potential way to win. One way for a seller to make their home more attractive for a buyer is to buy down the buyer's interest rate. The way they do that is they buy discount points, and for every 1% discount point that you purchase, a buyer can get a decrease of 0.25% of their interest rate. In this time of high interest rates right now, that's an attractive option for many buyers as they're trying to get their interest rate down to a payment plan or a monthly payment that they can live with. Using this as an option gives a seller another tool in the toolbox versus doing a price reduction when it comes to the cost or the sales price of their home. So an example of this would be for a $200,000 home, which is the average price of a home sold here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. If a seller were to buy down 2% or put 2% of the cost of the home or the sales price of the home towards buying down discount points. So for example, in a 7% interest rate, a $200,000 home, a buyer's monthly payment just at that 7% interest rate with principal and interest would be about $1,300 a month. So the way this works is the seller offers to buy down the interest rate by paying 2% of the selling price. In this case, 2% of $200,000 is $4,000. The buyer then would see, in this example, instead of a 7% interest rate, a 6.5% interest rate, making their monthly payment over the life of the loan about $1,234. Another scenario for that same seller would be just to reduce the price to, say, $190,000. So they would automatically, through the sales price, just take $10,000 off and not do anything for the buyer related to the interest rates. Using that scenario, if the buyer were to purchase the house at $190,000 at the original 7% interest rate, the one without the buy down, the buyer would pay $190 for the house, but their monthly payment would be that same $1,234, roughly in that same ballpark. For a seller, this tool allows them to work with a buyer that wants their home to instead of paying $10,000 or losing $10,000 by taking a reduction in the sales price, they buy the discount points in this example for $4,000, netting them $6,000. The buyer gets the home at a monthly rate for a monthly payment with principal and interest that is similar to if they had taken the price reduction, and the seller gets a win for helping out that buyer. Keep watching as we talk about ways to win in this market. Right now, it is still pretty strongish seller's market here in Wisconsin, so we may not have to use this, but it's always a good thing to have things in your toolbox as you're trying to get through the process, because your circumstances may be different, or you may be seeing something different with your specific home right now. May need to be maybe able to move a little bit faster than what the market is moving right now when it comes to days on the market for certain homes. So hope this was helpful. Give us a like or a subscribe either on our YouTube page or our Facebook page, and come back next week for the next way to win. Thanks for watching.